Oh yeah.
in some
Just
capacity.
make it with what's her name? Brittany, what's the girl's name from Bob's Burger? What's her name? Tina. Tina. What's the girl's name from Bob's Burger? Yeah.
I had an echo because I had the site unmuted.
Oh, it's Twitch. I guess we're live then.
We're live, yes. We're on the big screen.
This is the Bob's Burgers discussion channel.
It's been tweeted. All right. So then, I generally, that lowers the FPS in the game if I do that. I'll just do this.
We need more foot visits.
Good relevant time of day, Seamus Butler. Welcome.
Seamus Butler says
to Spirit Island Saturdays. And hello, Rays as well. All right. I will sip on my Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Ooh. I'm making gin and tonic, the little orange bitters, because I don't have any limes.
You put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Or there was a Coke commercial forever ago that said you put the lime in the coconut.
How are you this evening, Lewd of the Dolphin?
I am doing well tonight. There's apparently a concert happening next door. I don't know exactly what it is, whether it's live music or they put the stereo on and people are dancing. I don't know what, but there's live music. My dad was like, "You want to come to the concert?" I'm like, no, I gotta stream Spirit Island Saturdays, you know? I'm also not much of a concert person. I listen to music, I never really listen to music first and foremost. I don't want to call it background noise really, but I always need to do something in conjunction to the music. I can't just like sit there and listen to the music and do nothing.
What if we get your neighbors to put this stream on blast on their speakers so then you'll have your own stream like
welcome to the citizens of Ohio. I'm your host, Lewd Dolphin. All right, so KNRS asks, is this public early access version or is this the internal beta version? I'm still on the beta build. Am I not supposed to be on the beta, John, or is it fine?
I think that's okay.
It's fine for tonight. I don't know if there's any updates since last week. I don't remember there being any.
Yeah, I don't think so. But there's a few small things that aren't in early access that are on here.
Yeah.
The tutorial is the main thing we've been working on.
Tutorial, and I also think the music tweaks are still
more
beta.
That's true. We should do a vital strength. I don't think we actually... And actually, I think Drummer put lightning in, but I don't think it's in the build yet.
Oh, okay. So vital strength tonight it is. But let's do the introduction part. Welcome to Spirit Island Saturdays on the Handelabra channel. I am the host, Lewd Dolphin. I'm accompanied today with Migrant P, who is also known as John, one of the lead developers in Handelabra games. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at LewdDolphin21 on Twitter, and on Twitch and YouTube it's LewdDolphin with no digits. And you can follow John at Migrant P on Twitter. He has a Twitch account, Migrant P, that does nothing right now. Any other avenues?
LewdDolphin's digits, you need to get to know him better.
Oh, there was a quote from The Office that said, "This was a great party. I got 6 numbers. One more, and I would have a complete phone number."
Said Kevin.
Sentinel of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, and Aeon's End are available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, and Spirit Island is available in early access on Steam. You can find more information on the games at handelabra.com. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your stay. No, that was the intro. Now let's do the outro. Get that out of the way. All right, so 2 players today. So I guess that's the standard 2-player board.
Maximum new music stuff. We should do Vital Strength and River.
Vital Strength.
River's there already.
Oh, yeah. And River. Yes. That's just the game. We're going to do that. Except we're gonna pick some adversary.
We're gonna amp it up.
What did we do last time?
Did
I
we
think
do Sweden 2 yet?
we did Sweden 1. Yeah, we did Sweden 1. We did not do Sweden 2 yet.
Yeah, I think last time with Abe we did Brandenburg, Prussia number 2.
Okay.
The poop one.
The poop. And then the later Prussia ones just add or just remove cards. Actually, they all remove. Remove this card. Remove this card. Remove this card. And the fear is different now.
Fear cards. So they make the invader deck really small, which makes the game really hard, right? Because you have way fewer turns to win the game. Like normally you have 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 12. If I could say 5 correctly.
5.
Play with 5. But then you can see at level 6 there are 7 turns in the game instead of 12. So
yeah, very short. And a 12 card fear deck, so it's hard to get like 2 levels where you don't need as many cities or towns.
Exactly. Yeah, they get you from both sides there.
All right, so Sweden 2. So after invaders explore and each land this phase, if that land has at least as many invaders as Dahan, replace the Dahan with a town. If the invaders do at least 6 damage to a land during a ravage, add an additional blight that does not destroy presence or cause cascades. And the new rule, population pressure at home. During setup on each board, add 1 city to land number 4. On boards where land number 4 starts with blight, put that blight in land number 5 instead. So there's an additional setup here with an additional city. So instead of 1 city per board, it's 2 cities per board.
Sweden 3, which we're not going to play yet, is where things get real with Sweden, with
3 and 5 damage
in buildings.
That will happen next week on Spirit Island Saturday.
Probably.
We also have an additional fear card. It's now 4 cards in tier 2 versus 3.
Good eye.
All right, do we want to... Well, no, let's just stick with that. And if we have an extra game, we could probably just do a scenario with a previous adversary. I'm just ramping it up slightly each time. Eventually, we'll find the first on-stream match that I lose to.
Yeah, that's true. We're doing the slow boil here for you, so.
So I think I played River last week. I remember someone asked, what is your favorite spirit? And I took River or something. So maybe I'll take Vital Strength this time and you can take River.
Sure.
All right. So let's go.
The mouse was working moments ago. Let's see if it still is. Yep. I still can click things. Hooray.
Yeah, our current conjecture, and by that I mean my current conjecture, is that it might have been screwing up with having more than 2 people connect to my computer with Parsec. For those watching at home, we just discussed this before the stream. But yeah, so here we are. Vital Strength and River, and we have cities in land 4.
Right, and the blight is in a different space than normal.
Yeah, we have the blights in land 5.
Is it? I don't
remember where they normally are, but yeah, if the blight was originally in land 4, it was moved to land 5 instead. So it's either originally in land 5 or it was originally land 4 moved to land 5.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I don't have mouse anymore. Maybe because I was moving it at the same time as you.
Really? Oh. You had it a second ago, though. Nope, that was me. This is me.
That's you.
I'm not touching it now.
But now I don't have it. So something happened.
Something happened.
It was when we were both moving at the same time, then it like turned it to you and wouldn't give it back to me. I wonder if that's a thing.
So it might have something to do with the setting that we had enabled at one point that said if the host always has mouse control. Let's see. Where was that? Echo canceling is on, or whatever that does.
That's the audio thing. That's good.
Yeah. Only one guest can control the mouse at a time. The host will always be able to take control from guests by moving their mouse. That is on.
I wonder if that's what. I wonder if that's what happened. Like now, you've taken control away. Is there a way you can give control back?
See, if I just click on you, there's not many options. I can give you mouse control. I could take mouse control, but you currently have mouse control according to Parsec. Do you have it
What
back
if you
yet?
like toggle it? I do not have it.
Okay. I toggled it. That doesn't work. I've toggled keyboard. What happens if you hit your Apple button or command
Well, I can hit
button?
escape. Escape would go to the menu, and that's not doing anything.
Okay,
Whee!
escape did take me out of where I was in Parsec, I think.
Oh. Well, I can press my Apple button.
Yep, that pulled
Oh,
up
I wrote
my
the start menu.
start menu. What happens
So I
if
have
you if you type in the chat? Do you start saying? Well, I guess you should type in the chat, but it's interesting. But you don't have mouse control
delete
still.
all files. No, the mouse control is gone. That's so because literally like it was working. I could see.
But
my
if you
mouse
hit,
moving,
but now I have the game as the active window. What happens if you hit escape now? Yeah.
I can get to the menu.
So you have keyboard control, but Parsec thinks you don't have mouse control. What if I toggle gamepad? Does that randomly give you mouse control?
I don't. Nope, and I don't have a gamepad.
If I uncheck mouse, and now mouse is not checked, do you randomly have mouse control now?
I do not.
How about now?
No.
Okay.
Well, I could try reconnecting in, and
Yeah, we can
did
try
work.
that. I kicked you.
Rude. I'm gonna turn off. There's
Let's
an option
double
that
check.
captures my mouse.
Yeah, exclusive input mode I have off now, so that should maybe work. Theoretically.
Connecting.
Accept.
I
You have mouse
mouse.
control.
Don't touch anything.
I am not touching. John is now playing the rest of this stream.
You tell me what you want to do. Well, I'll take my turn, and I'll take advantage of that. How about that? I wanted to see what this says. On boards where line number 4 starts with blight, put it in number 5 instead. So yeah, I'm not sure where it did start, but it's in number 5 in any case.
That's where it is.
Cool. So let's destroy some invaders. Colonizers are the worst. They're going to build in just building towns, no city builds, which is nice. In mountains. So I can flash floods to stop one of those. Is usually a good idea, and then like wash away is usually a good thing for getting away. But this place is going to be an issue no matter what for me, because there's a city there, so that might just be a lost cause. So I'm probably going to like stop this build here and then using flash floods and probably either River's Bounty or something, or maybe River's Bounty will get me my innate, or I can get an extra energy. Actually, I need the extra energy to play flash floods, so let's do that.
If you want to play flash floods and wash away, you don't actually have enough energy for that.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm going to, I guess we could bring Dahan here for that ravage, but they would have enough. I would lose a presence, but they would be able to stop that. It would still blight and everything. So I don't know. We might just let it.
They would
blight.
do 6 damage, which would take out the Dahan.
Well, I would move them away before they could do that. But I think I'll just let that one happen. I'll do something to keep them from doing 6 damage, so we don't get the extra blight. So let's do flash floods, and River's Bounty is also energy, so that's nice. And I can use massive flooding to stop a build, or to stop that, depending on how bad the build is. Yeah, I can use my base power to avoid the double blight.
Double
right,
blights. That's John. So now John has lost mouse control because I just moved the mouse.
Well, I wasn't moving it while you moved it. I wonder if that has to do with it.
Maybe.
We'll see. I'm
So
not
let's
going to
just
try to
avoid
test it.
explicitly doing anything with the mouse, I guess. All right, so I just need to remind myself of a few things here. So yeah, I can only add 1 presence per turn, so I can only ever have 1 card play, which means I'm not going to be able to get the innate power just yet. But I do have the special rule where I have defend 3 in every land where I have the sacred site. So like this mountain 6
Oh,
and
yeah.
A6, I don't care about at all, because
That's already taken
they'll
care
build
of.
a town and then they'll ravage, but the defend 3 stops all the damage, and the Dahan will take out the town. That's excellent. See, I'm already prepared for the ravage, John.
You could do that also in land number 1.
Yeah, I could set that up for the next turn with my double with the second presence. So I'd have to add the presence to that land, which means I would either have to reclaim, which is dumb, or gain energy, which makes a little more sense.
You could even
So
get the on into there.
if I could, well, I guess if I'm going here, I'm not going to be able to reach B2 with a year of perfect stillness. You can remove a blight,
I don't think
though.
you would be able to reach B2. Like, oh, I guess you could year perfect stillness it, I guess, if you wanted to. I'm okay to just take the blight on that land, but if you did want to do that, you could start moving down towards there.
And we do have to be mindful of blight, John, because Nepykros is going to pop into the stream in half an hour and start talking about points. All right,
You're
so I
assuming
have
you're going to win already?
Yeah, I am already looking ahead to the points. So yeah, I have these 4 cards, and one of these is just a Gatherer, which is pretty good if it can stop a build. The worst case is they explore in the mountains, in which case I won't be able to stop.
Can usually stop 2 builds. It's nice.
Yeah, well, I guess if they do jungle, if I just look at the A board, if they do like wetlands, I guess no, actually wetlands and sands and jungle each have a town or a city in it, so even gathering 2 explorers there won't stop that. And well, if they explore in the sands in the south, I could potentially stop that, but I won't be in reach of that though. Huh.
Lots of things could happen.
Well, let's see. If I could do Rituals of Destruction, that would require a little bit of preparation, though, with having Dahan. So I'd want to do Draw of the Fruitful Earth to get 3 Dahan into a place... Well, 2 Dahan into a place that already has a Dahan, and then Rituals of Destruction to deal 5 damage and get 2 Blight, but that would be the slow on the second phase, so that would be after this card builds. So it's not going to deal with this, but I guess we're not going to deal with that. Okay.
You could deal with it by just having a site there.
If I gather 2 Dahan into this A2 wetlands, even if they don't explore there, we could take out the city there. I could take out the city. It'd be better if they explored and built there, but... We hope there doesn't become a point-based elitism in this game. I agree, Brian. I'm happy to just win the game. I'm just kind of mocking the Pycros from last week because he kept pointing out, you could remove Blight. That card removes Blight. You should remove Blight. And my first thought was, our board is pretty healthy. We don't need to worry about the Blight. But then I realized that he was more focused on getting the most points out of a game. Which, I mean, that feels greedy to me when it's not just like, all right, let's save the island, but also let's screw the invaders as much as we can. I don't know. All right, so I would have to add presence.
Necessarily happening. One of the first thing that we heard about from points was people being like, "What? There's points? I didn't know that," because they never read that section of the rule book.
All right, I think I'm good then. I have already planned out my next 2 turns, so that's good. I'm slow, but when I figure things out, it's great.
All right, I will now use the mouse.
But oh, it is working. Okay, good. I was fearful because it wasn't moving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flash floods this explorer.
You can understand wanting to get the points, but personally, you're still trying to figure out how to win without having it at -2 difficulty. Yeah.
That's fair.
Most of the people I talk with about this game always say that they just can't win. So I feel like it's a bit greedy to focus on points when there are people in Africa who...
it's wetlands after all. You're prescient.
right, that's very fortunate because now I don't have to worry about my next action getting lost. And actually but shoot, I can't gather explorers into the sands in A4 and also gather Dahan into A2.
Yes.
So that's a little unfortunate. And there's already a blight in this wetlands, which is extra annoying.
You could defend that with your defend card and remove the blight, though, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, so I could do that on turn 3. I can do
If
that.
you're still going for the rituals next turn, I think it still makes sense to go, especially now that they're in the wetlands. Like, sure.
So let's see, I don't really need to gather this explorer, I think.
Yeah, I don't, because they're gonna build a town there, so that's gonna be 6 damage already.
Yeah, and I can only deal 5, so
Yeah.
if I gather that explorer, yeah, I'm not gonna be there will be blight on that space. I'm not gonna gather that, but I want those 2 Dahan. And I'm done.
All right.
John will take mouse control.
I've got mouse. Mouse got me. I think I'm gathering these guys from River's Bounty.
Since we were always going on about getting as many points as we could in earlier games, it makes sense we were always getting tips on getting more points. I don't feel like we were really focusing on that the entire match, more just like evaluating where the points were coming at the end of the match, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide.
Step 1 is win. Step 2 is then, get a little bit more points if we can, but not make it a priority, really, I feel like.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm trying
John,
to decide how much it's worth letting the 2 blight happen here versus stopping them building a city over here. Stopping the city seems more important, because I can push that town out of there so they will only build a town there, but also if I could stop the build entirely, that would be nice too, but I can't.
Yeah.
Basically, I have troubles down here.
The music is really good, by the way.
Yeah, I probably want to not... I don't want to be reclaiming next turn. I'm going to be using Wash Away and Boon of Vigor. Most likely. So things are going to start to get bad down there. But we're just going to have to deal with it. So I think cities are really bad, and I can move towns around all day long, so I'm going to stop them from... We're going to take the extra blight.
I'm okay with this.
So this is going to go... not in the mountains. Let's push it... I don't want to push it, away from the coast, really.
Yeah.
So I'm going to... I don't want it to be... I mean, it can be there.
I guess the B8 jungle will still get explored because they'll build a town in B6, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to try to collect... We have Sweden coming up. In stage 2, Sweden starts to replace Dahan, right? So I'm going to try to get Dahan to be grouped together in places like that.
I feel like we end up always playing River versus Sweden to just negate that effect. But today was accidental, really.
All right, well, I'll just carry on here. So I'm probably going to play both of these, so I'm just going to I guess I could do a gain a power card and hope to get a defend to block the defend there, or get something fast to deal with one of these. If I did that, then I don't have a lot of energy, but...
Yeah, you can't gain more energy.
Yeah, what I really like to do is add 2 presence so that I can get to the 3 card plays on the turn after this when I'm reclaiming. But... I'm not going to be doing that. Well, let's just go with the gain power card, I think.
what I find interesting about all the times I played River is that my best games were when River progressed through the card plays track so that River could play more cards. So River became a fast player with slow powers.
Oh, actually, this is really good. I can gather these guys out of the wetlands and they won't build here with entrancing apparitions. I really like that. It has water on it. Push up 2 towns, not that exciting for me. Quicken the Earth Struggles is really good, but really hard for me to use.
It's range 0 of Sacred Site. That's part of the
Yeah.
problem.
So this is going to block 2 builds. So, oh wait.
Yeah,
Except
there
land
are
has
explorers.
That
Dang
land
it!
has invaders. So I can block 1 build if I got that. Then I thought I had 2, but I don't. Or I could use it here. Actually, I could use it here and block the extra blight and the build there.
That'll work.
Maybe that's potentially a way to do it.
You could also move the Explorer into the mountain on the B6
Yeah, and-
Explorer into B7, and then Death by Dahan.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
Or
But
just looking at the other options, devouring ants.
Yeah.
Quicken Their Struggles I could use next turn, right, and do a defend on one of my lands pretty easily. It also has no elements that I want, really.
yeah, I support entrancing apparitions.
Yeah. And I'm going to go further on the card plays track. I have range 2. Do I want to make a sacred site, or do I have this? This is just range 1. I think I'm going to do that here so that we block the extra blight and we block the build there. So, are you taking care of this land so I could put presents here?
Yes.
Okay, or I could put presents up here. That actually gives me more reach versus the coastal one. And I'll play Entrancing Apparitions and Wash Away, I think. Okay. Oh, I don't get my...
Yeah, you don't get your push thing.
Yeah, Boon of Vigor then. Wash Away is stronger, but I don't need to play Wash Away. I just need to move a town away to stop a Ravage, so...
So this saves you energy, and potentially gets you energy.
Yeah. Or
Which,
you. Probably me.
yeah, Vital Strength is generally pretty healthy on energy. I'm thinking of gaining a power card since I just need to add the presence to A1.
Boon of Vigor is good about when you play lots of cards, and you are playing 1.
I'm playing 1, but I could play 2. The problem is I wouldn't be able to afford playing 2 of these cards. So I'd be playing this and maybe whatever card I draw. But then I wouldn't be able to support 2 card plays the next turn. Unless I gain energy, in which case...
You could gain energy if you did want to play 2 cards. I would say you probably want to guard the healing land tomorrow. Next turn. Tomorrow.
No, I believe the better expression is next millennium.
I guess maybe you don't, because you're going to kill all those guys in the coastal wetland, and I'm going to stop the inland wetland, so...
Oh yeah, so I don't need to guard the
land.
healing land.
You could actually use
Your
that
perfect
in land
stillness
1 if you wanted to, instead of putting a sacred site there. Oh, but you need the sacred site for the rituals.
Yeah.
So forget that. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think gaining a power card is smart then.
Yeah, if
'cause
I do...
maybe
Yeah, if I do the gain energy next turn, I should actually be able to... Like, if I take this 3... but then... Well, it depends on what I draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just rituals, and then I could safeguard the healing land for next... Well, we're not going to have a next... What?
Yeah, I would go
Whatever.
and see what your
We'll
card
figure it
is.
out. I'm gaining a minor power. Let's do it. All right, so I want sun, earth, plant.
Yeah, you can hear the vital strength music. It's like this low part.
I gain cord. That's cute.
Like an oboe. I like it.
Good work, John Mark. Jean, not John, but Jean Mark.
Jean-Marc.
I did actually joke once about how you're John and I'm Mark. Together we're John Mark, but there's also a Jean Mark that is good enough to just be one person. So, jeez.
We got some good options there.
I could get you
none of
3
that
energy
is
with
count.
Gift of Living Energy, but yeah, none of these. I guess Gift
Do
of
they-
Living Energy gives me the sun and the plant, but not the earth. But none of these give earth.
Enticing Splendor is pretty good for build prevention.
Gather Explorer Town or gather to Dahan, and gathering Dahan could potentially help with rituals of destruction, which is nice.
And saving them from Sweden.
Oh yeah, that's also sun and plant, Doi. And save them for Sweden, yeah. Which is actually probably more important than. Invaders are present when fear of target line is that remote blight, push an explorer to fear. No, yeah, Enticing Splendor makes sense though. Azure says uncanny melting. It removes blight, so Nepycros is happy. that's just the joke now. Anything that removes blight is in the Pycros card.
You've already got blight removal. I don't think we need more.
Yeah.
That card doesn't do enough for me.
I'll do Sacred Site, and then Rituals, and Enticing Splendor. Or do I need to do that?
Yeah, Splendor, I'm thinking where...
It doesn't
You
give
could
me
use-
the tier 2, so I don't really need it just yet.
You could use it to gather away the guy from number 5. If you want to do that instead of me doing it, but I'm probably still going to use it in land 3 anyways because I want to stop the extra blight, so you could
Yeah,
use
so
it to bring Dahan somewhere, but I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense to play it if you don't get the elements, right?
Oh, get the town
Oh,
out
you
of the
could.
jungle.
That's true. Get the town out of the jungle. Except it's fast, right? And it would happen. You want that to happen after the ravage.
Yeah, I don't want to move the town into A6 because then that land will get blighted. And
Yeah.
if I move it into A5, they're still gonna build there then. Enticing Splendor can't be used on lands with blight. Yes. I can't even move it into there. I could only move like the target. Oh, I can't. We're not in the play phase yet, but or slow power phase. This is in range 0, so it's in any of my lands.
Yeah.
So I would have to move into A6, which would then get blighted. So that's not ideal.
I guess if you wanted, you could use it to like bring a guy from one mountain to the other, so at least one of the lands will be empty after the ravages.
What if?
Right. So if you
Oh, no,
bring
I
a
need the rituals.
guy,
Shoot. I was thinking about the Dahan movement.
oh yeah,
But
you could
I
also-
can't get a Dahan into A1 without taking from A2, which needs to be there, or A6, which is equivalent and end result.
If you wanted to
so-
have an empty land, you could use it on A1 to move the explorer out of the other one, and then it would be an empty. It would still do nothing on the ravage, but then A6 would be empty if that helps. I don't know. It's pretty minimal though.
And that's not gonna stop an explorer.
Yeah, I feel it's better to like save it and play it next turn, since you don't need to play it this turn.
Yeah, I don't see a
Already,
value
like-
for that right now. So we'll see what we need to do with the next explorer.
So if you'd rather actually take a different card that you might want to actually play, that might be something to think about.
The only other one was Gift of Living Energy that I was interested in. But I don't need the energy, and you don't need the energy, do you? I mean, you might like
Yeah, I
energy
mean,
someday, but
I would like start taking major powers if you started using that on me, but
I
that
will.
would be
I'm fine with this. I went the extra card play route, and now I'm not using the extra card play.
now you have
Well,
it for next turn.
I could rewind actually. I could rewind. Let's rewind. Oh, I moved the mouse when you moved the mouse. Now you're screwed.
Am
You're
I? Well,
screwed.
I'm not going to move the mouse. We'll see.
I'm going to take from the energy track instead. So now I have
Okay.
more energy, but I could still do card play next turn.
So you're gonna play like Stillness or something, or are you going to?
So it's still going to be Rituals, because that's the only card I needed to play.
Okay.
But now I have 1 extra energy. All right, John, do you have mouse?
Uh,
Yes.
I have mouse. All right. I have fast powers. Right. So I'm going to entrancing apparitions and bring this guy and this guy, and then I will vigor my boon, if that's a thing.
All right.
Build it down.
Fear.
All right, things are getting hairy down there.
All right. And now we are exploring in the sands.
All right. Well, your 0-cost card is useful for that.
It is.
And I didn't play Wash Away. Silly me. I have massive flooding at least, so I can. Oh, man, this is all so horrifying. Next turn, I'm gonna need to reclaim. I could do this and reclaim 1, but most likely I need to reclaim and like flash floods this town. So I really don't want to be pushing this town like over here. But
And next turn is tier 2, by the way. Which means
Oh, I
that
guess I
everything
could-
is open season.
oh yeah. If I reclaim, then I could play Entrancing Apparitions next turn as well and defend 2 here. So actually, maybe I'll just leave these guys here and defend 2, and the Dahan will kill them all. So I could move a guy out of here so that they don't build a city there. Again, I really don't like this. Like, I'm like stopping them from building a city, but they're still building a town. Suboptimal. I really want Tsunami now. So, yeah, I'm still gonna play the delay game here. And I'm gonna defend 2 here, Flash Floods here. That's my plan for next turn. Ritual time.
Behold the power of 5 damage.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch out for danger areas with the stage to explore as well.
Yeah. So I think I need to put a presence in A5.
I'm gonna be gaining a card, so I could go first.
Okay.
I'm going to gain a. Oh, I could gain a major, and if it's Tsunami,
Then all bets are off.
I could play it. So that's kind of exciting. It would be the only play, and it wouldn't be a good play this turn, anyways. So let's still
And you
go
would
with the
be able
minor
to
power.
defend, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Savage Mobby. Call to Tend. Oh yeah, that's good. Gift of
Remember
Power.
our discussion about reaching grasp, or not reaching grasp, about my power having range 0 and reaching grasp? Oh boy. But what do you care
That's
more
true.
about? That reaching
true.
grasp actually gives you water and sun, which is great. Call its head to
Yeah, I
give you
want
power, give you water.
Sun, Water, and Earth, right? So that's really good. Call to Tend is nice with the Dahan management. I think with Server's Bounty, I can do enough with Dahan, though. I really like Gift of Power as well. It really stops you from having to reclaim so often. Would we have a use for Reaching Grasp this turn? I don't think I need it. Actually, it would be really handy with River's Bounty, but I don't think I'm playing River's Bounty this turn, so. And I wouldn't be playing it this turn anyways. But maybe I'll take Reaching Grasp.
This felt like thinking music.
I feel like I need fishing grass for you because your presence is all in a line at the very top of the island. I need you to help sometime. Okay, so I'm gonna play Flash Flood, and I want that little defense card. Yeah. Okay. And I get my innate, so good.
Slow River playing only fast cards.
Yeah.
So I actually have enough energy to play both of my 3 cards, so I could gain another power card. But no, the thing is, I was thinking of getting a presence in A5.
Well,
for
you're
some reason.
Enticing Splendor. What you gonna do with that?
Oh, but I can't target wetlands with this because it has.
You can't target blight lands, yeah.
Unless I remove a blight, defend 4, and then gather an explorer. Ha ha ha! Look at that. That then targets the land. Ha ha.
I mean, you could just use Enticing Splendor on the jungle, though, right?
I could, yeah. That is correct. It's gonna have the same result because I can't stop the city there.
Just start making a Sacred Site in 7, and then kill it with your normal way.
Yeah, and then there's the city here. Okay, so the second consideration is the Dahan.
Right. So they also could explore into the sands and wipe out a Dahan. That could happen.
So like these three Dahan are safe. This Dahan is in danger. These 2 Dahan are in danger because if there are at least as many explorers as Dahan, that's bad. But if I move that explorer out, that saves A7.
Or if you move the Dahan, but probably the explorer would make sense to move him to the jungle. Or to the other, you could put him to the other sand, I guess, but jungle's probably better.
Oh, and this is an ore, so I can't do both. So I can't move 2 explorers. Actually, I can only move 1. Ugh. I'm not as powerful as River. I can't move 2 things at once. Do I need that defense, Ravage? And no, we're not. I don't need that defense, so I should probably save that. Skip all actions in target land.
Having them skip B3 might not be a bad idea, because that's going to be a bad place, and if they explore sands, they would convert a Dahan into a town, so they'd have 2 towns and 3 explorers. It would be a bad scene. I don't know if you want to use it for that, but it's possibly a good idea. It's also coastal, right? So it's 50-50, or not quite 50-50, right?
If it's coastal, then it's... Or no, that would... Or no, because it's not an escalation card, so if it is a coastal, that doesn't matter.
Right. I guess true. If it's coastal, they would just explore. They don't do the conversion. But like, if any land on the board...
I'm trying to think of, like...
Because if you play 2 cards this turn, you're going to...
In order for me to reach that with Year of Perfect Stillness, I would need to get a presence that's not a Sacred Site in A8. Which, I mean, that's fine. If I do a presence in A4, which is a bit risky, but if I put a second presence there next turn, I would have innately 3 defense there. Then I could guard the healing land next turn. Defend 4 there, that'd be 7. That would stop that blight. So if I do Enticing Splendor to stop the build in A7, Year of Perfect Stillness on B3 to stop that build and potential Explorer risk, then I would still have guard the healing land for the next turn.
Yeah.
So then I need to get a presence in. So I gotta do the add presence, gain energy, or reclaim and add presence. Which I don't really need the energy, so
you don't need
be better to
right
reclaim. I mean, if I don't reclaim this turn, I might just reclaim next turn, but if I postpone the reclaim, I'd also gain these cards back. So I'll just take the energy then. but I want 2 card plays, so I'm gonna put it there.
Yeah, you're gonna want the energy because you're spending 6 this turn, right?
You're not wrong. No, I'm spending 3. I'm not playing Guard the Healing Land, but
Oh, right.
I could still
okay.
gain a power card next turn, and it could be a major power actually. So that would, yeah, okay. I've still not powered up my tier 2 here, or my Gift of Strength
Yeah,
here.
it's tough to do that without 3 plays
Yeah,
because not many cards have that many the right elements for you.
Yeah, these don't have the right elements at all. Okay. So you're a Perfect Stillness on B3, Enticing Splendor on somewhere. 8/8. So we're being very fast except for Massive Flooding.
Yeah.
So I'll go first this time. So skip all actions in B3 and gather this Explorer. All right.
I guess you could gather him into B3 if you wanted to instead. Now that you have presence. Oh no, right, it's range 0.
It's range 0
Sorry.
is the problem.
All right, my turn. Right, so I want to Entrancing Apparitions, defend 2 over here. I don't get the gather part, but that's okay. And Flash Floods to destroy the town here. Which clears out all them. Longer to deal with them than I would normally want.
We got a fear card, yay!
Oh yeah, for next turn.
And where are they going? Sands!
Hey, Sands! They are converting. They're not converting it to Han because they're skipping it.
Because you're a Perfect Stillness did.
Thanks.
Awesome.
So you have a really good an opportunity here, right? We have the Ravage and then the build, so we can with defense and stuff potentially deal with that. Okay, I have a push 1. So these guys are going to Ravage as long as we can get a defense into there. They're going to Ravage and the Dahan will kill them. Here is more of a problem. There's 4 attack here, and I can move one of them away, but that's not enough.
Yeah.
And I won't have the cards. Actually, I can get to reclaim 1. So if I get to reclaim 1, I can reclaim. If I move one of these out, or I could use Entrancing Apparitions, or I could use something to basically get guys out of there in the fast phase. So I think that's good. So I can push this town away. I'm just going to gather them all together in this jungle, which is terrifying. But I think
the A7 Sands guy is going to die to Dahan, so we don't need to worry about A7.
Yeah, and I assume you're going to deal with 4.
The plan for 4 was to do Sacred Site and guard the Healing Land, at least currently.
Yeah, that's enough defense. So
that's enough defense, so then we just need to worry about B3 then. So if I gain power card, add presence, I could go for major power.
Yep, you got lots in your discard, and you have lots of. You're gonna have 5 extra energy.
Yeah.
To work with.
Oh no, the lag is happening. OBS says I only dropped 78 frames, so I don't think it's my problem. But OBS does sometimes lie to me, so. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna gain a major power then. Let's get greedy. Well,
Tsunami.
if you had chosen to gain a major power, you'd have gotten that tsunami.
That's true.
Oh well. So anything that goes well with what I have. There's 1 sun card, 2 land cards, 1 plant card. Accelerator Rot is the best.
Can't use it this turn.
Targeting the most useful things. And I don't think I have water. Or no, I do have water. I have 1 water card, but is that all I need is 1 water card?
Yeah, this isn't the best draw.
Oh, but how many suns do I have?
Whoop.
I could potentially get accelerated rot powered up. Accelerated
problem is
rot can
there's
help with the
nothing.
scary jungle.
Yeah, but there's like, it doesn't, I guess, yeah, it will matter. It's just not going to be something you want to play this turn, right? Unless you want to,
Yeah.
like, hit stuff that doesn't matter this turn. It's not great. That's all.
2 damage per Dahan in target land. That's actually kind of interesting.
That can be a really good one. It also lets you push Dahan and deal damage where they go.
I keep hitting the same button.
So you can use that
And I
like
could
on
potentially
the
get it
land.
powered up too.
If you can power it up, it's really good.
Yeah. And that's a fast power that targets any land with Dahan. Accelerator is a slow power that targets only jungle or wetlands. So, if I take Vigor, then I want to keep all my Dahan cards, I would think. Enticing Splendor together with Vigor of the Breaking Dawn seems nice. But I do want to be mindful. I would like to have 3 suns, 2 animals, maybe. Which all these cards are suns, only one is animal, but
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to get rid of Draw the Fruitful Earth for your Dahan setup card.
Year of Perfect Stillness is probably the better candidate then. Because Draw Fruitful Earth and Enticing Splendor, gather Dahan. Rituals of Destruction is another Dahan card.
Yeah, you'd be like a 1-2 punch with rituals and.
So without Year of Perfect Stillness, we'd be running a bit risky, not able to skip all actions like for explore purposes, but we should just go all in on the Dahan game. So, are you going to gain a power card?
No.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and I'll take Vigor and I'll forget Your Perfect Stillness. And if I play those, that's 6 energy. I'll have 2 left over. I'd really like to be able to do more cards, but I have so many expensive cards. So maybe I'll just be a bit careful here. Go the energy route. Now, am I going to use Vigor? If I do this in B3, then we get 4 damage that takes out those guys. So B3's done.
That's true. Then we don't need to worry about like defending that land.
And then A4 is done with Guard to Healing Land, A7 is Death by Dahan, and all we need you to do is deal with B5.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to do that with double add presence, I think. Yeah, so I can get to reclaim 1. That was my idea. So because I want to reclaim either, I guess I could use Flash Flood, but Intrinsic Apparitions is cheaper. I guess if I had something to gather Dahan in the fast phase, then I would totally do that. But I guess I could just gather up to 2. I could just bring them over here or something. I guess we don't want them to go somewhere where they're going to like
Convert a Dahan.
convert Dahan, right? So I think I
Yeah.
might just put the defend there and that's it. That was my idea basically.
Well, can you move them to B7?
Yeah, but that's also a danger of conversion.
Okay. Well, because if you don't move them, would you be able to move both of them if you could? Can't remember.
I can move 2. Yeah. With that ability is
Gather up to 2. Okay. Because then you could stop the build, and then you wouldn't have to worry about dealing with the sands next turn.
That's true. That's why it's better than Flash Floods, because I can actually stop the build as well.
And it does, it does have the risk though of converting to. But if you move them into B6,
if they explore, it's still equal, and that's enough.
but they can't explore into B6
They can't explore the wetlands?
because it's
Oh.
not adjacent to any town.
That's right. Smart. Okay. So, all right. Where do I want to be? So I was going to play that. Right, so I can gather them into that land, and then they just hang out, and because they won't explore there. That's nice. And I'm going to get to play 3 cards, so I'm going to be able to activate easily my 2nd level. So what else am I going to do? You're dealing with this. This is dealing with itself. These guys are not dying, right?
Right.
So what I can do is play River's Bounty there, so that the Dahan come here, because they're going to ravage there again next turn, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to build a town, I guess. So yeah, I'll bring Dahan in there with River's Bounty, and that will be fun.
So you would have to have presence there, yeah.
Which is what I'm doing. And I need to place another presence. Maybe as well just make it a sacred site there. Or I could, make
sacred
a
site in A2 would probably be a bit better.
I don't think it's better. It's just
I think it gives you the same range, or same visibility of lands with sacred site, but now you have more lands, so it works. Opticode, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Cards for sure. So, all right, River's Bounty and Trancing Apparitions gives me level 1, and all I need is a sun and water. So I could go with energy, or we don't need Reaching Grasp, right?
I believe we're good.
My 2nd level lets me destroy a town that got built, if that happens, or just destroy a town and move things around, so I definitely want it. Let's just give me energy, and I'll gain a major power next turn, I think.
Sounds good.
That's pretty good. You happy with your choices?
I'm happy. We can take these guys out. Yay!
Yay!
We can guard this land. I would like to guard this land, please. Thank you. All right.
All right. I can gain 1 energy for myself, or 2 for you.
I think I'm fine.
Okay. And I will entrance these lads.
River now has a sacred site within 1 of each land. Yeah, River does.
Your card.
All right.
We'll probably do all the stuff we just did.
Remove an explorer from a land with Dahan. Well, that's... So, A7 is death by Dahan.
Yeah, that's already happening. May as well do the mountain up there.
Mountain. And then there's only one other choice then?
Yeah, then I would do B6. Right. Yeah. Because, yeah, A7 is dead already.
Explorers, or invaders, build in the sands. Oh no!
Just the 1 land.
All right, and they're exploring the jungle.
Our jungles actually are okay. There's no Dahan there. We moved them all out. That jungle is terrifying.
But they didn't explore into B8, so that's good.
They're going to build another city there. I don't... Oh yeah, I could do 2 damage, so I could do something. I could stop at the city build here, or stop the build entirely here.
I'm gonna reclaim my cards next turn. But there's no land that has enough. Well, you still have River's Bounty, right? So if you River's Bounty into, well, I guess we're gonna do that in A4.
This is what I'm gonna do here, right? So that you can keep your defense going there, and you might need to kill something first. Maybe I need to kill something there.
If I look at my discard real quick, because Rituals of Destruction is slow.
Yeah, but you could play
do this
again.
Yeah,
and then that combined with the Ravage is it. Right, that's 6 damage already, and then then that plus your innate defense and the Dahan.
And if I get this, well, if I get this powered up, I could push 2 Dahan into the mountains, but that doesn't really matter. Missing Splendor, I can gather a town, but I don't know. Yeah, if I gather a town out of A8, then they're only going to build another town, so they won't build a city. And if you take out a town or move a town in B4, they won't build a city there. Yeah, so we have means of stopping the city then.
Yeah. Do you have a preference if I stop the city build in A8 or in B4?
I can reach A8 more easily than I can reach B4.
Like, I can actually completely stop the build in
Oh,
A8.
if you can stop it entirely. Because
I get to do 2 damage and push.
Ah, yes. Okay, so
I mean, stopping B4 is a bad time. Because they're going to build a city and it's got lots of stuff going on. But, so that might be a better priority.
But if you stop the build in A8 entirely, then I could still move a town out of B4, and then I could... Oh, I can only gather 1 Dahan into there.
You could just use Vigor the Breaking Dawn in A4 and kill everyone. Right?
There's 6 Dahan that will deal 6 damage. Yeah, so we don't need the defense there in A4 then.
Yeah, well, 6 damage would take out a city, town, and explorer, and then the Ravage would kill the rest.
Yeah.
So if you use that, then that line's taken care of. You don't need to do the push. I mean, you could push 1 if you got the elements, but I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I'm just thinking...
You could put, like, if you pushed 1 to the jungle, then you would stop the build over there.
Oh, yeah, that would work too, yeah. That would work.
But that's like a bonus.
If we move a town into A3 and push Dahan into A3 to deal the extra damage, then we take out the town and the explorer.
Yeah, are you going to have those elements though?
That is an excellent question. Because the cards I was thinking of, Draw the Fruitful, or no, it's not that one. Enticing Splendor. No, that does give me a sun. I just need an animal, which is Draw the Fruitful Earth.
Can you play 3 cards?
Yes. This will be 4 energy, and I do not have 3 card plays. Shh.
So yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do the threshold on that. So
we won't worry about it then. Okay.
Yeah, I'll deal with this and I'll push them over here. So I'll do that right now. So I'll take out a town and send. So if I move enough out of here, then they'll only build a town instead of building a city. So, oh wait, they're gonna Ravage in the Sands. That's bad. I put too much over there. Hang on.
I could do a defense over there.
They need to move. I guess they can just move to this Terror Mountain.
Terror Mountain.
I can move 1 explorer there if that is any good, but I'd rather just keep them all grouped up.
More things for Ocean to drown. Wait, Ocean's not here. All right, so I'm reclaiming, but that's not a power draw. Are you gonna draw a power card?
Good question. Yeah, so Ravages are clear. As long as you play that 1 card, we don't need to worry about that. We have this city here, which I can't do anything about right now, but I could go for a major power that might be able to destroy it. And then you can deal with this with probably something else, or not either this turn or next. So I can also help with this, right? Potentially.
Yeah.
I can't do stuff in the fast phase with towns right now, but yeah. So what I think I'm going to gain a power card and add presence so that I guess I could reclaim. Do I want my cards or do I want to roll the dice? Yeah,
Well,
if I can
if you
get.
could live with just one reclaim, then you could do double presence and...
Oh, right. I do have my reclaim 1. Reclaim 1 gets me to my 2nd level with Flash Floods. Yeah, I drink. Or Raizut points out that Flash Floods plus my innate could destroy the city in the slow phase, though, not in the fast phase.
Yeah, flash floods would give you the elements.
Yeah. I could also like block this build with Flash Floods or something else, right? I have apparitions or something like that.
Flash floods jungle A3.
Yeah, potentially.
I guess so. Azure was just pointing about the A3 jungle. Rise is doing something different and saying flash floods and 2nd level innate would destroy the city in A4 and B4.
Yeah, if I can get a power card and add presence, so that next turn I can reclaim all and play 4 cards, is nice. And I could look for a major power that might be helpful. Or get a minor power, I suppose, is okay too. Could end up with find something that just moves and explore in the fast phase or something. I have lots of energy, but also if I'm playing so many cards a turn, the energy gets used up fast. So let's do this and gain a power. I'm going to get a minor power, I think. I might not need Flash Floods. We'll see what we get. Defend 5. 1 damage per Dahan. 2 damage. Damage from Dahan. Those are good. I don't have Dahan in the right places right now. Well, they are here.
Each Dahan deals 1 damage to a different invader. That's not going to be good enough, right? That would deal...
Yeah.
That would take out 2 explorers. If you did the damage to the city, you could also use your innate to take out that city, but that's not the city we're worried about.
Yeah.
It also doesn't give you any elements that you want.
Yeah, those aren't my favorite elements. I'd probably go with Call to Bloodshed for the elements. Like, at least it has a sun. Sap the Strength is nice to have that defend 5. Then I can just, like, I have it.
And 1 damage per Dahan can all center on 1 target, so that could deal with cities too.
Yeah, I think I don't have a defend card, and I feel restricted by that. So I'm going to grab this. It's easy for me to get presence anywhere. So I'm not going to play it this turn because it's not necessary. I'm still going to go for the 4 card plays next turn, though. Then we can just leave this here because I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, just defend 5, yeah, so we're not worried about it now.
Yeah. And I can potentially get some more Dahan into there. If I boon a Vigor, or sorry, the Dahan making card, River's Bounty, I could get enough Dahan here with the defense to blow that up.
Yeah.
I think that's better than Flash Floods, so that's what I'm going to reclaim. And where do I want my presence? Basically anywhere. So let's get... this is range 0, so I want to actually have this in places where we want to defend. If I want to use my defense card. So I'm going to... Are you not gaining power cards, are you?
No.
Okay. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to reclaim River's Bounty. And I'm going to play River's Bounty. And Wash Away, finally. Took me so long to play it. And I think I need the elements. I mean, I'm going to reclaim all. So if it makes sense to play this, yeah, this doesn't give me the sun, or I would play it to get my full innate. So I'm good.
All right. So I'm reclaiming. And I really want to move towards getting 3 card plays, so I'm going to take this presence off the energy, or the card play track. So where do I need to go then? Well, I guess what am I going to play? We're using Vigor of the Breaking Dawn in A4.
Yep.
And then I don't have to do the defense card. If you can get 2 Dahan into B4, I could Rituals of Destruction there. Oh, but I don't have a Sacred Sight in range, so that won't work.
There's going to be 3 Dahan there.
But if you give me, if you do Reaching Grasp on me, I can reach it.
Okay. I mean, I played Reaching Grasp for the elements, so sure.
So that would take care of B4. Those would be my 2 card plays, so I wouldn't be dealing with either A8 or A3.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can... I'm set up to be able to defend A8 with you, as long as you add your Sacred Sight there, so...
Mm-hmm. And then A3
fine.
you can deal with pretty simply. Okay, so that makes sense. So
you don't need the Sacred Sight this turn, but next turn.
Yeah, so let's try to get more range on my end then. Actually, oh no, that's Sacred Sight issue. So where haven't they explored yet? They did sands and jungle, so mountains and
Wetland, coastal are
mountains
options.
and coastal. So where would it make sense for me to go to?
Yeah, the mountain if you
maybe
can
the
reach it.
mountain, yeah. So I can get that second presence there when it's needed.
Yeah. I like it.
Those are the 2 cards. Damage for Dahan. Damage with Dahan. I am like Thunder Speaker, but not.
Ooh, works for me.
All right. So, deal with this land. Whoa! So, this is 6 damage, so... just to...
Yeah, I don't think having 1 on the town does anything, so...
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. The Dahan are going to take it all out anyway, so
Yeah.
I'll put Reaching Grasp on you. Your
We
grasp.
all aspire to be like Thunder Speaker.
All right, and the other pens are empty because of the last turn's Ravage. All right, they just build a town there, city over there, but what you gonna do?
And they are exploring coastal.
All right.
So on one hand, it's more dangerous because it's a lot of things that will always be... They will always explore every land.
We've got the Ravage then build in that jungle there, so we have the opportunity to blow them up potentially.
All right.
Which we could do now if you want. Well, it's nice if they blow themselves up on the Ravage, so I don't know. Basically, oh yeah, so I could wash away all those guys on the coast if we wanted to bring them all in here.
I'm only dealing 5 damage with Rituals of Destruction.
Right.
And I can't
also
defend
have-
before.
Yeah, there's this really bad spot too. So why don't we do the River's Bounty first? Because we have to do it in a land where we have presence. We can collect these guys.
Birth. And I'll go ahead and Rituals them just...
Yeah, that's your exact 5 damage, right?
Yeah. There's no reason to not do it at this point.
Cool. And then... Right, so I could still wash away these guys into here where they blow themselves up against the Dahan, potentially. Or from the coast here, I guess, or wherever. There's different options. I could also wash away all the guys from this mountain into here.
Well, if you take it, if you...
What are we doing? What's
You're
our plan
not a
for
gatherer, you're a pusher, right? So I was thinking gathering from B1 and B3 into B4, but that's not going to work.
So I just want to make sure we have these lands dealt with next turn. So up here, you're going to defend 3, and I can defend 5 on it if we want.
I could also
which
guard it myself if you need to do another action.
right, they're doing 7 damage. So you also have guard the healing land, which requires a sacred site, right? So maybe, but you can also reach this with that. Basically,
I can reach both, yeah.
Yeah, we can get I can't do this. Well, I guess I can if I have an heir, which I may or may not have an heir for it. So that's something to consider. So basically, we have these two covered with our defend cards, which means I could move them into here so that they blow themselves up on the Dahan, right? And I can still defend it with my card, and you can use your card up there. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Actually, I can do it multiple ways. So interesting. Yeah, there's actually so many different things I can do because I can do 2 damage and push as well.
Yeah.
So I can also partly
There's
clear
a bit of calculus here. If we could somehow...
Actually, I want to push
no.
this guy into here so that, because here they're building, but like here is just we have enough stuff to deal with this once it ravages. I think so. It's more of like making sure they don't build in more areas right now.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, I think, is send one of these guys in here. This is just what I'm thinking right now, and send this guy, these guys in here.
Liking the haircut. Thank you, Frenzied Havoc.
I
just got my haircut today.
Let me rewind, because honestly, like, just having one guy in here might be better, because then we don't need to worry about defending at all, and we can do other things. We just like send those explorers into the sands instead, right?
Sure.
I think I'd rather that.
Because they're not going to explore in the sands anyway, so that explorer is just hanging around.
Yeah, and then they're not going to stage 2 or whatever, right? So just send them in there to hang out, and we don't need to worry about defending that jungle in the middle. That one guy is just going to kill himself. So, and we have a fear card as well, so who knows what.
So ideally, the next turn they explore the mountains. I feel like that's the best place for them to explore. Although I guess there's a Dahan they'll convert. But...
either mountains or wetlands, right?
I mean, mountains I already have defend 3 in them, so I'm less worried about the mountains. So, wetlands.
Mountains does have a Dahan that could get converted.
Okay, so wetlands is better. Like I said, the wetlands are the best.
I am going to be gaining a power card, so I'll go first.
All right. So I have to get a presence in A8, so I will also probably gain a power card. Unless I need the energy, which I have enough to play my hand if I could. So, ooh, entwined power.
Right. I don't often use entwined power. Paralyzing fright is super fun. We get our year of perfect stillness back with that.
Yeah.
Blazing renewal. I don't think we've actually had any presence destroyed yet. And Talons of Lightning is nice. Actually, that's really strong for that mountain.
And it targets mountains.
And they're going to be building a town here.
And it targets wetlands.
Well,
I'm not
going to have the elements, though.
Yeah.
The
only one that gives you water is entwined power. And none of them give you sun. Two of them give you earth, but you don't really care about earth that much.
Yeah, I only need like 1 earth for my thing.
So it's not really a good draw for you.
I'll take Talons of Lightning. I like that 5 damage. I think. I mean, I like Paralyzing.
Before you take it, let me do my power thing, I guess. Because I will definitely take a power card. Earth needs presence in B2 mountain. Before I do this, oh yeah, we have presences there, so that's
power card first.
Yeah. I think I just want to go minor because I only have 5 cards. I want to try to get more volume of cards. plus something that gives me elements. Destroy and explore. You may instead destroy a town. Ooh, and I do have earth cards. Gather 3 Dahan, push 3 Dahan. That's really nice. Pull beneath the hungry earth, which is situational, and
Situational is pretty strong if you hit the situations.
yeah. And then Land of Haunts and Embers, which adds blight. But it was also really powerful. Although we could end up cascading the blight. So what gives me elements? None of these give me sun.
If it cascades,
2 of these give me earth. None of these give me the plant. Steam vents or pull beneath. Those are the only ones that give me earth. Steam vents could destroy a town, and really cheaply, but it's range 0.
I can often give you +2 range though.
If I played, and I think I can get 3 card plays. If I do guard the healing land, which I think was one thing we needed to do, maybe, or no, we might have enough. Or no, it might not.
I can go there with my defend if you don't want to play that. So,
but if I do guard the healing land and draw the fruitful earth and steam vents, I could destroy a town with steam vents.
Sure. Yeah, you could do it in that big mountain.
Yeah. And then they're not going to build a city there. And then I can gather explorers and Dahan still. Okay, so I'll take steam vents. Now resolve your major power.
Yes. I think it's going to be Talons of Lightning. Oh, you know what? Paralyzing Fright is really nice too. That's probably better for me. So let's do that. I must forget a card. I don't think we're using Boona Vigor really.
Not really. Other than elements, but...
Yeah. And you can place a presence.
Okay, so...
I think that...
I think Sacred Site here... Or no, do I need that? Oh,
yeah, we need the Sacred Site up there.
That's
A8, unless you're going to...
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that much. But I can do the defense next turn in B2.
Yeah.
I can already reach B2, so that's good.
Are you using guard, or you just want to play it for the elements anyways? Right. So
well,
then
you don't have to play your guard then. You can
right.
do something else.
Okay, so let's see. I could block them from building here. If I can get to my top in 8, I could kill I could do 2 damage across the board there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. You don't need the +2 range, do you?
I can reach everything I need to this turn.
Okay.
Except, I guess, Draw of the Fruitful Earth I've played for elements, but that one gathers 2 Dahan, right?
2 explorers and 2 Dahan.
Okay. So
that's good for when they explore, then moving them away or whatever.
But I do already have range on most things. Actually, basically everything they could explore to. So yeah, I don't need the range.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna just basically play cards for elements, and I'll grab this because if I have enough, if I can still get my power. Oh, I can't get my power with that because I don't have enough water. But I mean, it would get us an extra fear card, right? So it might be worth it.
I mean, if you can get the elements on that card, which can you? You need.
I don't have enough.
3 earth. You don't have enough earth. Yeah. Okay. So.
Earth.
But if you had the earth, we would have a fear card every round if we did it right.
Yeah. I can't get to the. If I play this, I can't get to the top thing, but getting to the second fear card might be worth it, because that's going to get us both of the cards at level 2.
True.
This turn. So I just need to destroy a town in the slow phase, which I can just do with Flash Floods, or in the fast phase, that is, sorry. I can use Flash Floods to destroy a town in the fast phase, so I'll just do that. And then I just want to play some things to get my... Yeah, River's Bounty makes sense.
Don't worry about the extra fear. We'll get enough by wiping out B2, but only if we can do it fast.
Yeah. Azure Inc., we want to do this before the invader phase. That's important. No, Siri. I'm not...
Just a moment.
No.
Not listening to the music.
What? Okay.
So, challenge to all of the faithful viewers that have watched every single Spirit Island Saturdays, figure out what words John says that keep triggering Siri.
For my final trick, I think Wash Away is just super useful. And we don't need the range boost, I don't think. Unless I could play Reaching Grasp just to get the range boost on River's Bounty if we want. Potentially. Right
You could
now,
set up for, like, if you do the range boost on River's Bounty, you might not need it, but we could do the thing next round with playing my Dahan damaging card, the Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to reclaim because I only have one card.
Okay, so I'll Reach and Grasp for myself just so that I might. Azure Inc., you think that we're getting to level 3 and 8, but we're not. We don't have enough water.
Yeah, we're missing the 4th water.
That's fine. We are not counting on having it.
Azure Inc. just realized. Right, there we go.
So Flash Floods, I can destroy a town here, which we need to do to get the fear. Yes, we want to. Again, we want to get the fear card, Azure Inc.
We want the fear card during the fast phase because then we get 2 fear cards at tier 2 instead of 1 card at tier 1 this round and then 1 card at tier 2 next round.
Yeah. I'm going to have them skip their build in the mountain up here so they won't build a city up there. Unless you are planning to do something up there.
Hey, Ray supports this plan. And we already have the defense in that mountain.
Having
so that's
both
good.
fear cards go off at level 2 is totally worth it. And Reaching Grasp on myself, I think. So you're up.
All right. So then destroy a town there. And then guard there. All right.
Oh, you were already destroying a town, so we didn't need to do that. So we could go back if I don't need to play Flash Floods. I need the Sunshine though, right? Yeah,
Well,
I had to play Flash Floods for the Sunshine. But I could have done it somewhere else.
You could have played something else. Yeah, so let's go back then. I wasn't
right? That's better. So yeah, I think we're back enough stuff.
Sorry.
You're going all the way back to the spirit phase.
Let's go back to the start of the game so we can use all the information we gained in order to play this game better.
Playing using Flash Floods, that was it. So yeah, Reaching Grasp, sure. Paralyzing Fright was going to go up there. Oh, this still has the build. This doesn't have we have an internal build which fixes it, where you can't drag and drop on explorers. And I think probably this land down here is where I want to Flash Flood.
Yeah, that makes more sense then. I see.
All right, so now you destroy a town for the 1 fear that we needed. And they're still only building a town there, so. And we'll be able to blow it all.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. Each spirit gains 1 energy per sacred site they words. Each player may replace a town with an explorer in a coastal land. Hey, nice.
Ooh. Sure.
Both of the places? Yeah.
It's
so
you can
I just want to
you
double
can
check.
decide not to if you want.
Each spirit gains an energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. That's what it was. Okay. So this one and this one, right?
Yeah.
I feel I mean, I guess
not...
if we want more fear, we would want to keep them as towns, but
I think still replace them.
Yeah. It just means we have less things to deal with. In fact, we're not going to get a city in A1, so that's a better gain. Unless you want more fear. Oh yeah, we're not building there. Never mind. Yeah. And they're exploring in the mountains. Bye, Dahan.
I guess I could have flash flooded that guy. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered, right?
It wouldn't have mattered.
been...
It was exploring off of A8, so we couldn't have saved it unless we moved Dahan. But we couldn't.
All right, so we're probably going to want to... So we're done with escalation, so we can leave Dahan around.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring some Dahan into this land, I think, unless you have a better plan. So we can...
That makes sense.
Use them to fight.
I can gather 2.
And I can also do 2 damage and push. So I can actually clear out this mountain that's going to ravage / build, unless you could bring Dahan there, and then they would.
No,
just blow themselves
can you target A5 or sorry A6?
Yeah.
Take out the town.
Where do you want the explorer to go?
Because I can draw 2 explorers
here,
out
right?
of A1.
The thing is, A1 is just going to ravage, so you could bring some Dahan into there, and they would kill all these guys.
Yeah.
With draw the fruitful earth, just bring more guys in and have the Dahan kill them all.
Well, yeah, if you gather there, okay, so then there'll be 4 explorers there. Then I can
The
gather
jungles
2
are now
Dahan,
quiet.
and we'll be able to take out those explorers.
Yeah, so now you've got your
Okay.
draw the fruitful earth.
So I'm going to
can
have to
bring
do that then. Here. So Ravage in the coastal lands. We probably want to keep these guys here if we can defend it. We need at least 2 here, actually.
Yeah, I can defend it. And they'll kill themselves on the Dahan with my defense, so I got that. If you bring those guys in, you will need more than your 3 defense.
Yeah,
So-
I can only move... I can't move any, right? So I'm not going to move any.
I would just leave the 4 of them there. Don't take the hunt from the... Okay, so you can take 1 from the wetland, it's okay. Just don't take too many.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying, was I can move 1,
Yeah, I thought you were going for both.
because we just need 2. But I can take 1
Yeah.
from each land.
Yeah, that should clear the mountain. And then we just have... Yeah, we both have defense cards that we're going to be able to... Because we need more defense on that mountain as well down there.
Yeah.
So you're going to reclaim probably...
I'm going to reclaim, and I'll be using Vigor of the Breaking Dawn, which will deal 2 times 3, which is 6. That will do... Yeah, so if I do a Sacred Site in B2, then...
And your defend?
No, if I do Sacred Site and Vigor, I take out City,
right,
Town,
and Vigor,
Explorer, and then the remaining Dahan will take out the Explorers. So that's taken care of. And A3
Cool.
is
And I
taken
can
care
defend
of.
on the wetland there.
And then there's no builds.
Nothing else.
So it's just
And then
an
we are
Explorer.
almost winning because it's just kill the city and town.
Yeah. So what can I do in I was gonna say A3, but that's actually A8. You just
Right.
can't really tell because the 8 is obscured by the city.
Right, so maybe
Um,
we just win now. So we might not need to play these defenses and things if we can just win.
Yeah, why don't we just win, John? Can you
Yeah, if
get
I
3
reclaim,
Dahan into A3 so I could do 5 damage?
I mean, if I know, I just need to reclaim and get to my big innate and win there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Bear in
you
mind that our tier 3 victory is still 4 cards away because
so
it's
there's only towns in the places we're blowing up. So
okay. Oh yeah, because A2 will be gone. Okay.
so I'm gonna reclaim and gain a power card. So I'll do that.
All right.
I'll just gain.
Just win, but play your best card first.
Could gain another major. It's funny. I'll gain a minor. Not my elements. Sure, I guess. I don't want any of these. So I'm gonna play Flash Floods and anything else to get my elements. A water and a mountain. That.
All right.
Yeah, and basically I'm going to clear this jungle up in the corner, and you're going to kill the guys in the mountain, and the guys in the wetland will kill themselves. The end.
The end. The end.
You don't even need to, like, do anything else, but feel free to do other things if you want to get more points.
Let's see what I can do with 4 card plays. If I can even play enough cards. So Vigor of Breaking Dawn we're doing in B2? Yeah, and then I don't need to do anything else there. They're not doing anything in the jungles this turn. A3's taken care of.
Them all.
A2
They're killing
ravage.
there.
So yeah, so
play other stuff if you want, but you don't have to.
let's see if we can repeat a power card with energy cost 6 or less. Actually, I can't do that because I already played a card that was the mountain. Shoot. But if I played, I don't have enough energy for all of those.
You can remove Blight for more points.
I could remove Blight, yes. Although, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we removed a Blight earlier, didn't we?
They're going to add Blight.
They added a Blight.
Win.
That's what happened. Okay, so
they're going to add Blight as part of us winning. So if you want to stop that, you can stop that.
I have 1 energy left. Well, I'll just play that because I have a free card play.
Steam Vents will let you get your elements, right? Or not? I guess not quite, but you can use that to destroy a town, right? Or I guess you need more elements that you don't have, maybe.
I'll just play all my fast powers.
Yeah, there's no slow phase, so you may as well just play fast powers. Because I can give you Reaching Grasp if you want. All right, I will give you Reaching Grasp because why not? Actually, there is going to be a slow phase, isn't there?
Isn't your innate slow? So
my innate's slow. So maybe I miscalculated. So they are going to be building in the mountains. Oh, but they're going to die here.
They're ravaging there, yeah. None of the places are going to build.
Yeah, so they're not actually building any towns, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, because you can use Guard the Healing Land up here to keep them from...
I don't have to do anything. I already have Defend 3 there.
Oh, you already have the defense, so you don't need to do anything. And right, that was it for me.
All right. Well, that... Smite the Explorer at B6. That's Fred. Fred is happy. That makes sense too. Oh, but they're gonna Blight there, right? That was the problem.
You can prevent a Blight there by guarding the Healing Land there.
Yeah, but then I won't remove a Blight there, but oh well.
I mean, you could, Steam Vents.
I could remove a town, yeah, but at what cost? I can't destroy a town because I don't have enough Earths.
Yeah, you could kill the guy in this wetland down there if you want with your Steam Vents.
Bye, Fred. And actually, I can repeat something. What would make sense to repeat? I don't know if there's a repeat that makes sense.
Or I could repeat Reaching Grasp and give you plus
we could have you repeat River's Bounty to add Dahan for points.
Sure. I don't know if this does anything.
Because all the things are gonna be dead anyway.
Not
Poor Fred.
Oh, you can gather one. Oh, you gather one guy into that wetland so that he gets killed. Like in that wetland, one of the guys from there, or both of them if you want. But just
I can only move one.
Oh, right.
Unless I repeat on myself.
No, you can leave it on me.
All right. So
I think we're good.
you could theoretically Reaching Grasp again if you so wanted, but I think
No, there's no point to doing that on me. So finish him. Right, so there is going to be a slow phase after all. I forgot.
And is there nothing? There's no explorers in B.
Can we completely empty the board? Not quite.
They're
If you
exploring
had
its sands and
repeated,
mountains.
if you had repeated steam vents for yourself, then they would have been almost completely empty the board. I guess they're exploring now.
They're exploring now, yeah.
But like, yeah, the double. They're missing out lots of lands though. They only had 2 buildings on the whole island.
It was basically half of a coastal.
All right, you want the
also
hunt
a
points?
sand. Yeah.
All right, they're gonna build a big Dahan city on the coast here.
You want to just put a bajillion Dahan in there? But that doesn't matter. All right, we added 2 Dahan. That's like 1 point, I believe. All right, now the game is over.
No, Fred. Hey, we got another fear card.
All
Victory!
right, we have successfully defeated Sweden 2. And the music cuts out again. Because it's the beta build. All right, before we forget details, 40 points. How many more points could we have gotten? If we had removed a blight, we would have gotten an extra point, but that would have required blighting land A2, so it would have
come back.
Come back, yeah. I'm pretty happy with that, though.
Yeah, that was nice.
The key detail is that I'm still undefeated on stream.
Great. Yes, Azure Inc., as we say every week, we are planning to add a breakdown view of the points.
I only barely explored your land, just to get defense on B2.
Yeah.
But you were all over the place.
Most of the game. River does like to spread pretty quickly, so that's nice. I was able to.
Makes sense, because River's spread, right?
Exactly.
Do you want to play another one, or call it a night?
It would have to be a speed run, I think, so it's up to you if you want to play.
We've had a couple of long marathon streams the past 2 weeks, so maybe we could just call it even and do a short one. I'm not sure about a speed run, because it's...
You don't want to risk your streak?
For one, I'll risk my streak, and for two, it takes me 10 minutes to figure out what I'm going to play anyway. So...
You just gotta play without thinking.
That risks my streak.
Exactly.
Do you want to do a speed run? You could just do a solo spirit game and I'll commentate on it.
Sure.
And then theoretically I'm not losing because it's not me playing.
All right. We're going to do a speed run with lightning swift strike on blitz.
Blitz is speed. Difficulty 0. Or no, we're still in Sweden 2. Never mind. Or no, sorry, never mind. The scenario. Okay, sorry, I got confused.
No scenario.
It's just the scenario is blitz. The adversary is nothing. Okay.
Oh God. What have I done? Might be a quick loss. So that's blighting. That's fine. Add an explorer to somewhere. Sure, there. All right. I generally want to add lots of presents, so... or I could... Remember what my cards do?
A speed run where we still don't know what all the spirits do.
Yeah.
Certainly, I have a degree of familiarity with most of the heroes in Sentinels of the Multiverse where I could just look at the art on the card and know innately what it does. But I am not at that point in any of the other games, really. Like, if you tell me that you're playing one deck dungeon and you're fighting the Wraith, I will not be able to tell you what the Wraith provides as item or skill. If you're playing Aeon's End and you tell me that I don't even know what any of the names of the cards are, that you gained the
can't reach.
I don't know the names of cards that well outside of Sentinels because I have years of experience with Sentinels. I have a year of experience with One Deck Dungeon, months of experience with Aeon's End. Actually, it might be a year for Aeon's End. I don't remember when I learned that. And weeks of experience with Spirit. I guess it's 2 months now, so it's technically months. I do know, however, that the Wraith does have that extra rule that you have to convert an item to skill. I can tell you that. I know that. I could probably, if you name the monster, I could tell you what the monster's extra rule is, but I cannot tell you what the spoils are. And I would certainly not be able to tell you what, like, the numbers and dice colors are either.
I remember some of them because we test with them a lot. So I know there's a skeleton that has the invisibility potion.
Yeah, in order for me to reach that familiarity, I would kind of have to play the game daily for 2 months or so, which... I played Spirit Island daily after I first learned it. I have not played it daily since, and I'm afraid to play games too much because I might get very fatigued with the game. All right, so John got C7 blighted.
Quiet you.
Was there another land that got blighted? Yes, there was. I don't remember what. I guess C3. Yeah, because that's the other mountain.
Play all the cards.
He is one away from Blighted Island.
Yeah, it's gonna happen because I can't stop this. I didn't draw a defend card.
Nice thing about Blitz games, you don't really need to worry about your energy track as much.
I guess I could draw a defend card next turn if I'm lucky. I want this. And that. There's actually not any towns on the map, but and there's no slow phase, so if I unlock my thing, it's like I don't need to use this. Grr. Move to Han. Blow up invaders. Oh, but that's only range 1.
C4 has a town. But
Yeah.
can we do anything there? I don't remember what Lure of the Unknown does.
Because I can blow up the town.
Oh, but these are all fast, right? Never mind. Nice thing about single player or single Spirit Island is that it's only 4 points for fear. I've not actually played a solo Spirit in a very long time. I kind of went from 1 Spirit to 2 Spirits very quickly, and then I've been playing multiplayer very often.
And now there are no more towns.
It's kind of weird because it feels very cramped, but at the same time, there's
Push
a
up
lot
to
less
2
to
from
think
inland
about.
land. Okay.
We're getting into stage 2, which means we are completely up in the air as to what will happen next. I say a number and a letter, and you're not sure if I'm talking about vertebrae or battleship. Yes. That's part of why I don't like the number and letter scheme. Like, it makes sense for multiplayer purposes to refer to lands that way. But when I do solo streams of Spirit Island, I would turn off numbers and letters, and I refer to lands based on geography and compass directions. And that just feels like you're actually a spirit rather than a player. Like, I kind of like getting a little more thematic into games, I guess, even though I'm strategically minded, of course, but I like to think that I am a spirit and that I'm trying to save the land from the spirits. I don't like thinking that I'm a player trying to maximize the points in a game.
Indomitable claim. Pillar of living flame.
You sunk my lumbar vertebrae. All right, let's see. Ooh, Indomitable Claim. That is really good.
These are all really great.
Which ones are you really looking for? Fires and airs. Yeah, all of these basically, except for Indomitable Claim, ironically.
Claim is so good because I'm not placing much presence.
Pillar of Living Flame. That all of your cards are fire. You can get that extra
Living
2
Flame
fear
is
and 5
super.
damage.
Yeah, but I can't play cards because I'm never placing presents, and claim lets me place presents.
Oh, true.
I'll go with flame. And be gone, lightning's boon.
Living flame equals no sand blade. Yeah. Oh, but you already took that, right? Oh, you did. Oh, yeah, you went for it. All right.
And again, there's only one town on the map, so I don't need Shatter Homesteads. Living Flame, I might also need Raging Storm this turn.
This is also, well, not also. This is part of what I like about two Spirit games is that, you know, Lightning's weakness is that River can't get as many presences out because River's frequently reclaiming cards, but if we played with the Spirit that gives other spirits presences, then River has, or not River, Lightning has a lot of benefits. All right, two tier 2 cards, nice. And we have no more blight there, so that's good.
And
in the coastal lands. Yeah. Each player removes. Oh, all right. That's acceptable. And remove from a coastal land. That's acceptable.
Didn't really do anything.
It removed some things. We now have 3 explorers and 1 city. Okay, now we have 3 explorers, 1 town, and 1 city. Okay, now we have 5 explorers, 1 town, and 1 city. Plus Blitz. 6 explorers. 6.
Need my cards. I think it's gonna be a minor this turn. Yeah.
Oh boy, but that's range 0.
It is range 0, so it really.
It does like nothing except for the sands that you already have a thing in. So it's.
I'm not going to have 6.
Blight removal. Hey, you know, points, but also save the blighted island. No fires other than the one that you were looking at, but you're not getting the card draws or card plays that you need.
Yeah, it's good fear. This is only range 1. This is not for, I can't get here.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, you could reach it. No, you could still reach it, right? With one you just looked at. There was one that was range 2.
Right?
Shatter Homesteads. Oh, that was shit. I mean, shoot.
Shoopity doop. I can get a.
Just,
I think it can let me gather a town. That'll do it.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. Then I can destroy it with my innate. Then I can Raging Storm in the middle and do something else. Probably Harbingers. Anything that's free, basically.
So what?
What?
When a town moves, what is the in-game lore explanation for that? Like, just imagine that like Cleveland decides to move to Indiana. How does that work?
Cleveland City. It's like a small settlement, right? Like,
okay,
basically mobile homes.
It's a trailer park.
Oh, I guess I can't blow up the town, except if I use Shatter Homesteads, so it does matter because I don't have the range. I have almost no presence on the board. Yeah, I need to lure it.
Come here.
And then blow it up.
Things are rough here. Let's move over there where the plants aren't trying to kill us. That sounds believable.
There, things are looking a little more acceptable now.
All right, and everything is currently in range of your sacred site except for that C2, but yeah.
I might even be able to add a presence this turn. Weird.
Or 2.
Yeah, I can add 2 presents.
Which is
I need
probably
to get
better.
a sacred site over here. That's what I need, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, if you do 2 and 0, that would do it.
Do I want 5 card plays? I do want 5 card plays. Still energy starved, but
All right, your sacred sites are now within range 1 of everything. That's the good news.
I don't know if I need to play that. Play that. I'm gonna reclaim next turn, so the only thing is, do I want to do the 5 damage? Will that give me my innate?
We're at tier 2, right?
Blow up these guys.
If you can take out the city and the town, you win, right?
I can't do that this turn. Can I?
Oh. You can push town. You do 5 damage. Wait, so...
Oh, if I put
but that's
presence
range
there,
0. But yeah, yeah, you could do it if you put presence there, yeah.
Undo is not in the spirit of speedruns, but...
They're supposed to be smarter. Can't push the city, though.
Oh, right. I need to do it in the opposite.
We just had this discussion. You can't push Cleveland into Indiana.
but I can't push the... I can only push if it's from a mountain. So I actually can't do that thing. I need to just do what I do.
Oh, well...
The speedrun is resetting back to the previous state. Oh, if I reclaim, I'm not going to have any energy left, am I? Yeah, I'm going to be able to play, like, only my cheapest cards. And how many do I have that are 1 or 0? Oh, I have a -1.
And the -1, that's a profit.
I'm going to gain 1. I can play 1, 2 for sure, 3. And I'm not going to... I might be able to afford the 5th. So let's go for it. I'm going to play this just to blow up this stuff over here so it doesn't blight. And I get a fear card. Oh, I blighted it.
Does that card add blight?
If it's wetlands. I'll just blow up the city there, though.
And if he... Is that... Oh, yeah, but you can't push out of it. What did you... Yeah, what did you do? But is there a way that you can deal with the Ravage?
No.
No.
I might get the one more.
Well, even if the island is blighted and you have to destroy a presence, you can destroy the one in C5 because you don't really care about presences as much. And it's not going to kill your view of the board other than the fact that C5's not your land. I can't remember when Blighted Island triggers.
It's before.
Or, oh yeah, we have fear cards, by the way.
Move 2.
There's 1 land, or 2, oh, there are 2 lands.
I'll remove these 2 explorers.
Yep, that seems better. Right before Ravage, okay. There are no coastal lands with towns to select. Alright, so the Blighted Island effect is not going to trigger this round, so that's all that matters. Do you lose points if the island is blighted, though? I don't remember there being a rule for that, right? Or is there?
I don't know.
Plus points if the island is not blighted or healthy or something?
Add an explorer. Sure.
You get more points.
To win now. So that if I reclaim my cards and can play enough, I didn't get a -1, but I did get one that costs. So I can play these 3 and also the one that lets me destroy a town. So that lets me win. So don't care. Well, I guess I care. If I have that, do I have that? Destroy my innate. This one costs 0 and has one of my elements. So let's do that and let's see. This.
No, it
this.
doesn't say here that it cares for Blighted Island. It just says, yeah, it just says -1 for every X blight. So,
Well, I'm winning now.
and because it's one player, it's -1 for each blight. It's 8:59. If you can win by 9, I will consider this a victory.
I won.
There are no cities on the island. Yay!
Woo! Speed run. With a bit of rewinding that wasn't necessary because I ended up doing the same thing.
So how many points? 21.
I was not going for points. I was going for fast. And so yes, you can win Spirit Island, and you can get good at it. So keep trying, as you can see.
It is definitely a game that's harder to figure out what you need to improve on, I guess.
Sure.
Because it's like, so like the victory condition is clear: either no invaders, period, or no cities or towns, or no cities or instant win. So like your immediate thing is, all right, maybe I can just get all the fear cards and just instant win. Okay, but how do I get enough fear? Well, I have to deal with all the towns and cities, and I also have to not lose, and I mean, like, understanding all of the mechanics of the Dahan and the invaders, I spent like what, an hour and 45 minutes reading the rules just to wrap my brain around it all. But it's ultimately rather straightforward. Invaders are bad guys. Dahan are friendly people. Invaders blight and hit Dahan. Dahan retaliate. You have cards
like,
that do things. It's
Learning
just hard
how
to think about. Sorry.
Learning how the flow of how the invaders work and how you can know what to ignore and what to focus on and how to use the Dahan to your advantage. Those are important things for sure. And
Yeah.
they're not intuitive at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
But you can get there.
And then you have to figure out, like, is it worth blighting this land? Should I avoid as much blight as possible, or am I just spending way too many resources doing that when I could be building up to overall win the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's very similar to Sentinels, where you see people like, oh, I don't want to take 1 damage. And it's like, you only need 1 hit point, your last one.
Or, oh, I don't like Night Mist because everything involves hitting her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but she's really powerful.
Dahan are a resource. Blight is a resource. You know, having Dahan get killed to further your goals is sometimes necessary. It's not ideal, but it's part of the game. And I don't think generally people don't try to like do it intentionally, but it can happen.
I go to the menu so that there's music. There we go.
Music.
Just felt awkward with no music. All right, but it is 9:02, so I feel like this was another successful week of Spirit Island Saturdays. Thank you all for those who attended live. Thank you all who watch on YouTube after the fact. I do try and check the YouTube videos. I don't, Handelabra uploads the videos. Krista is the one that probably gets the notifications on comments immediately. I do try to check the videos that I'm in from time to time, but I don't get notifications for those videos, but I try to check them from time to time. But if you have any comments about, like, if you're trying to figure out how to win or you don't understand why something happened, feel free to leave a notification somewhere, and either I or Krista or John, or probably not Jeremy, will get back to you and help you out there. If you like watching streams on this channel, we have 5 streams every week. We have On Deck every Monday with Pirate Savvy and Dover. We have Handelabra Live every Tuesday with John and sometimes Jeremy. We have Dolphins Dive every Thursday with Lewd Dolphin, yours truly. We have Spirit Island Saturdays every Saturday with Lewd Dolphin and Migrant P, who was originally just a guest but is basically now a co-host at this point, honorary co-host.
Yeah, if you want to be a special guest on Spirit Island Saturdays, let us know.
Indeed. We were hoping to have someone this week, but they were busy this week, so that didn't pan out. But feel free to let any of us know. Since the past 2 weeks, we've had a third guest that has joined us, and it's been fun having 3-player Spirit Island. But we could have 4-player Spirit Island, and that would be even more fun.
Yeah, I think we should try to do that soon.
Oh, Frenzied Havoc is actually Frenzy. That makes sense.
Okay, cool.
I understood the name. For 10,000 bits, you can guest star. Well, I have 39.4 thousand. Can I guest star myself?
Is that bit? No, I think points. We could do it for points. We could do because bits are money, but points are like
Right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking about the points here where, like,
yeah.
I
We
am
could definitely do
spending
something with the
points.
Handelabras because we haven't been
Yeah.
doing anything besides the default things. You can add like custom rewards, so we can add something like be a special guest on Spirit Island Saturday or something like that.
Yeah. And that
I
would
can
reward the people who usually visit this chat. I mean, I have 39,000 points that never really gets spent anywhere, but and I believe that even if they
30,000.
redeem it during, like, say, on deck and Pirate forgets to let someone know, I believe that there will be a notification on the dashboard that says this viewer redeemed be a guest on Spirit Island Saturdays.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
I believe
I'll
that will
think,
be in the queue.
see what she thinks.
So yeah, or you could also just reach out to me or John on Discord, or leave a notification on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube video, or use your ESP to reach out to me, or find out where I live and throw a brick through my window. Probably don't do that one though. That's kind of dangerous.
Act now before it starts costing points.
And then just to wrap that up, Sundays, Tales from the Archive with another letdown. So 5 streams every week, each at 7 p.m. Eastern. This was Spirit Island. It's available in early access on Steam. There are also 4 other Handelabra products that are still available: Senno's the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, and Aeon's End. And if you manage to have claimed not presidential pugilism, what is it actually called? Uncle Slam, yes. I don't know, I remember the old name. I don't even have the game. I just remember that from one random comment on Handelabra Live. Yeah. And I am Lewd Dolphin. Lewd Dolphin 21 on Twitter, Lewd Dolphin on Twitch and YouTube. Migrant P is below me on Twitter and Twitch and Discord. Both of us are on Discord. Join our Discord. It's great. Discord.gg/Handelabra, I think, or something like that.
About it as it does.
Oh yeah, discord.gg/Handelabra, right. All right, but yeah, have a good night, everyone. Peace and love.